Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rupi. I am a lover of all things makeup. Lately I've been loving a lot of neutral things, and that's kind of what we're talking about today, but it's a little different. I feel like it's a little bit something unexpected and different. MAC Feast Your Eyes Tempting Fate collection, whatever it's called. We're talking about this palette. This is I think it's the Feast Your Eyes palette. I think the collection itself is called Tempting Fate, but just look at this packaging. Isn't that gorgeous? I will show you like proper close-ups as well. The only thing is it does have the sticker on the back, so if you're not a fan of that, then there is a sticker. This retails for $59 Canadian. I will have the US pricing listed here because I don't remember what it is at this time. It does come with 8 eyeshadows, and this is what they look like. So I'll have close-ups for you guys here as well, but this is what they look like. I haven't even swatched these yet, so I don't know what they look like. The embossing on them is gorgeous. Like, it's so beautiful. It's a very neutral fall palette. Like, I think this is fall when I see it. Now the thing is, like, look how tiny it is in my hand. I wasn't expecting this to be this small. Literally, for some reason, I thought it was like a lot bigger. So I can compare it to you next to something like the ABH Modern Renaissance, because I know a lot of people have these palettes. Oops. So next to that, it's just about, you know, that much shorter. So it's a lot thinner in comparison as well. The outer carton just looks like this. It's got all of the ingredients here on the back. And does it tell us the shelf life? There's a few new formulas in here too. That's interesting. Their packaging doesn't tell us the shelf life. I don't know, that's weird. I've never seen that before, but it has an eyeball on it, so I think that means it's completely eye safe. So we're gonna dip into this today. I'm gonna swatch it with you guys. There are a couple formulas in here. So there's a sparkler, there's leather luster, there's prismetallic, and yeah. So there are a couple new formulas in here. I'm super excited to dip into this. So yeah, let's zoom you guys in, and then we'll start with these swatches so I can actually show you like super close up. But let's get right into it. All right, so here it is, and I'm about to swatch it, and I'm so terrified because I don't want to ruin it. So this first shade here is called Feast Your Eyes. It is a white gold sparkler, so it's like a topper type of shade. So let's go ahead and swatch that. Yeah, definitely very like topper-like. Not as smooth as I hoped it was, but there is a second layer. It's definitely a very like sheer topper type of shade. It's a very like dry feeling formula, almost kind of like one of like Pat's like drier feeling shadows. I don't know, but that's a sparkler. The next one is this one here, which is Yesterday's Gossip. This is a pinky beige, and it is a leather luster, which is supposed to be like a cream to powder. Oh, it's totally cream to powder. So there it is on the finger. You can kind of see. Okay, I should maybe remove my bracelet. Yeah, we'll take it off for now. So next to that one, we're gonna swatch this cream to powder. Ooh, that feels real nice. That feels super smooth. So there is Yesterday's Gossip. Okay, and then we have the next one, which is Golden Rage right here. It is a chocolate brown leather luster. So again, it is, did I just get pink shadow all over my pants? Probably. It is another cream to powder. Translates like this on the finger. So let's go ahead and swatch. That's really like a red brown. Very pretty. super pretty so far. Let's see. The next shade. Interesting, I wasn't thinking that for this formula. The next one is Midnight Stunner. It's this shade here. It is a mauvey mid-tone pink. This is also a leather luster? No. I don't know, that doesn't feel like a leather luster. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a leather luster shimmer, so who knows? Who knows? Because it's not me that made this formula, so I have no clue. I'm just going off of what's written on this website. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a real pretty color. Okay, so moving on to the bottom row, we have the first one here, which is All That Jam, and it is a bright copper prismetallic shade. So this is the only prismetallic in this palette. Ooh, it's shiny. So let's see what that swatch is like. Oof, that's pretty. I think I want to use that. Those are so pretty so far. I really like how those are swatching. Way, way better than the Botanic Panic, but obviously different formula. I feel like I look really, really dark right now, but it's because I'm trying to get the swatches really good for you guys, and then I'll make my face look whatever, better, you know, better lighting. This shade, what a pair. Oh my God. What a pair. This is a shimmery green with a gold pearl. It is a sparkler. I'll go ahead and swatch that. I don't know if I see the gold shimmer in it, but it's looking real pretty so far. Okay, let's see. I feel like that didn't really swatch the best. The sparklers I feel like need like a double swatch. So let's do another. Yeah, much better with the second swatch. And then we have another sparkler. This is called Velvet Vamp, which is, again, I would have never thought that because it doesn't look vampy. It is a shimmering champagne and it is the sparkler formula. So let's go ahead. This one's a lot smoother than the other two. Definitely really bright shimmer. So let's go ahead and swatch that here. Pretty. I'm gonna do that one more time. Oh, I should say, I don't think I mentioned earlier, but the way that these sit in the palette, they're not like in pans. It looks like they're baked into the pan. I don't know if you can tell as much now. You can probably tell with this one, but they're not in like a pan. I don't know. Anyways, last one is this shade here. It's Brocade Renegade, and it's a deep eggplant purple. It's a leather luster. So again, that cream to powder formula. This one's really pigmented. And we're just gonna go ahead and swatch that right here. Those are really pigmented. They're really pretty. So there is the palette as a whole swatched out on my arm. What do we think? Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are so far. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my Redford number 16 brush. It's a little bit stained, but I promise it's not dirty. We're gonna go into this shade here. I think it was called Yesterday's Gossip. The only thing I hate is that I don't have the names right here, so it's hard for me to know what I'm using exactly. So I'm gonna dip into this. We're gonna see how this cream to powder works. I just primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, so that is what I used. I'm just gonna lightly sweep this into my crease. So I feel like it's kind of like a barely there mauve on me. It's pretty though, but it's not as like deep as I thought it was. So it looks way deeper in the pan. I'm also gonna try it just on a synthetic brush because I just want to see if there's like maybe a little bit of difference. Let's try. This one's a little bit more of a like chubby brush, but I'm gonna try this. This is a Spectrum C06. So I think that means crease. I can't remember. I know they number them a certain way. but that's really pretty. It's very, very faint on me though, I will say. So if you're super fair skin, I feel like it'll be fine on you, but if you're deeper than me, I don't know. Although I do know my friend Dr. Ash did pick this up and she does have a video going up. I just don't know when it'll be up. So if it's up already, I will go ahead and link it down below so you can check it out if you are a deeper skin tone and want to see how this performs. But I mean, like, it's not terrible. This is a very wearable shade. It's like a barely there blush type of color, you know? I like this, but I just feel like a lot of people would be like, this is not enough pigment, you know? I'm gonna go in next with the purple. This one here, I can't remember what it's called. Brocade Renegade. I'm gonna go in with that same spectrum brush and I wanna pop this on the outer corner area. Ooh, that's purple. That's pretty purple. It looks more pink on camera, I feel like, than it is in person, but definitely a pinkish purple. They seem to be like blending out pretty good though. This eye's a little bit harder for me to do, so I'm gonna place the color and go back. But yeah, like on this eye, it blended out pretty good. Okay, let me focus on this eye and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. Wow, I like that formula a lot. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can tell how like blown out it is, but it's so pretty. I feel like my eyes are never even because my eyes are two completely different shapes. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. Super, super pretty. I want to be able to incorporate the green somehow into this look, but I don't know if that's going to be a bit like weird considering the colors I have used. So maybe I need to stick with like purpley plums now. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I will make this happen. Next, I think I also want to take a little bit of that dark chocolate brown. I am going to take the same brush, I think, and I'm just going to go right on the very, very outer edge. That's pretty. It just kind of deepened it, but also like gave it a bit of red. It's definitely not translating as deep as it swatched. Going back in with the purple, and I just want to bring some more out here because I feel like I lost a little bit of that purple. This is pretty. I really like this. I'm gonna go back into yesterday's Gossip, which was that really, really, you know, light mauve. I'm gonna go back in and I want to go in this inner part of my crease. Just gonna quickly buff this in. Okay, next, let's use a pencil brush of some kind. Actually, before I even go in with that, I'm gonna go in with the BK207, which is like kind of like it's a pencil brush, but it's a little more fluffy so that you can really like buff things out. I think what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna go in with the purple, the dark purple, and I'm just gonna bring this onto the lower lash line, about halfway into the center of my eye. This just really blends out so easy. Like, are you seeing? I didn't even really have to do work to get that to blend. I really like that formula. Wow, that's different. All right, so there we go. That's it so far. I feel like I need to just pull this out a little bit. There, I think that's a little bit better. It's really hard for me to get my eyes even, you guys, so that's that so far. Now I gotta figure out which shimmer I want to take in. Can I incorporate this green somehow? I really want to. I'm cleaning off the brush that I just used, the BK207. Once I clean it off, I'm gonna go into that green shade. I think it was something pear. It was like called something pear. I can't remember what it was called now. And I'm gonna pop this on this inner part. This is probably not the best brush for this because I think it's just, yeah, not the best brush for this, you guys. I did get some sparkles in my eyes. Okay, we're gonna switch brushes. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm gonna use something more like this, like a stubby little shader brush. I'm gonna go back in with that green shade and we're gonna pop that right here. So we're popping that right on this inner portion. I got it a little bit lower than I wanted it, but it's there, which is okay with me. I'm fine with that. And then I just want to use a synthetic pencil brush. I'm going to go into this shade here, which was that champagne shade. I think it was called Velvet Vamp. And this is really flaky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it on there. And then I'm going to take some MAC Fix Plus. I didn't get the cute packaging one, you guys. I only got the palette. My husband bought it for me, so yeah, he's awesome. And then I'm going to stamp this on the inner corner. And I know I haven't done my lid shade yet, but that's fine. We're getting there. Oof. When you wet that shade, it is punchy. Oh yeah. And that, do you see how, wow. You guys, these shades when wet are probably gonna be crazy insane. So we're gonna go into the lid shade and I think we're gonna do it wet because I wanna get that, you know, extra oomph. So I am gonna go in, I think I'm in rougher number 2. Where's my rougher number 2s? I have a bunch of them. I'm gonna clean one off. I'm just wiping them off on a cotton pad, just really lightly. I don't like to be rough on them, but it is stained. It's just not, you know. But we are gonna coat it with this color. I don't remember what this one is called. I'll try and put the names here if I can remember to do so. I'm just gonna spray with Fix Plus, and we are just gonna pop this on the lid. I'm gonna go in same shade on this side. Really beautiful. That's what it's looking like so far. And then I'm gonna use kind of a fluffy-ish brush. I'm gonna go in with the first shade right here because I just want to see, like, if I tap some of that off, if I can just pop this on my brow bone. Yeah, it's really sparkly. I wonder how that would look as a highlighter. I might try it. It's very sparkly though, and I got it all in my brows. That's fine, I can fix that after. I think I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger of that first, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade also on my finger, just like the teeniest bit. And what I wanna do is I wanna try putting it over this because I just wanna see, like, maybe just in the center. Oh yeah. It gives it just a little bit of something, something. That's pretty. I've been loving just like putting sparkles everywhere. Do you see that brow bone highlight? Oh, holy moly. I need to tone that down. Okay, let's get a highlighter brush. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's see how she looks. Where is my highlighter brush? I'm gonna use my Morphe M501. It's one of my favorites. I'm just gonna kind of wipe that off on a cotton pad before I do this. I'm really terrified. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. Ooh, it's sparkly. Okay, let's just see. It's not bad. It's definitely not like more sparkly than something like the Fenty ones. I forget what they're called. I don't have those, but I would totally use these as highlighter. So I'm using that pinkish shade. I don't know if I popped this on my nose. I don't know if that's is that a good idea? Maybe if I go with my finger a little bit and really try to, I don't know, it looks pretty. I like that. I haven't put blush on yet, but I think I might go add something a little bit plummy to my cheeks, but I think so far I'm liking how this looks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop off camera. I'm just gonna pop some mascara and blush and lipstick on, and I will be right back to share my final thoughts with you all. All right, you guys, let's talk about this. Makeup is now officially done. I just went ahead and put some mascara on. I did some gold liner in the waterline, and the lipstick that I'm wearing is a Lisa Eldridge lipstick. This is in the Velvet Blush. I just thought it went so nice with like the berry tones in the eyes. I'm not really used to wearing colors like this on my lips, so this is a little bit out of my comfort zone because I like to wear like nudes and browns and things, so I don't know. Here we are. Here it is. It's fall, so let's just wear the pretty lip colors, you know? So this palette, you guys, this palette, I will say I'm actually kind of shocked. After trying Botanic Panic, I wasn't really impressed by the shimmer shades that were in there. And when I was swatching these, I was not really excited about the shimmer shades because they definitely felt more toppery. I'm still really excited to try this one on my eyes. I just feel like it's gonna be really cool. And I feel like it'll just go so beautifully even with this color here. So I haven't obviously tried that, but I did end up putting every shade except for this one on my eyes, you guys. So I have 7 out of the 8 shades on my eyeball. I'm also wearing this one, this one as my highlight. I will say for highlighter, it is on the sparklier side. It's not sparkly like the Diamond Bomb from Fenty, but it's kind of like the Kaleidos ones. If you don't like those, you might not like this, but I don't know. I like it as a highlighter. I think it looks cute. It looks wet almost. It's very sheer, but I really like how it's translating on camera as well. So I'm actually pretty impressed. The shade that I used, this one here, when wet in the inner corner, like, I'm just saying, try the shimmers wet if you're not impressed with them when they're dry, because I think they are beautiful. Now, do I think it's worth the price point? It is a little bit steep, but I mean, I guess it's kind of Mac's typical price point, so I'm not entirely surprised by it. Do you need this palette in your life? No. You never need any eyeshadow, any colored powder, any shimmery powder, whatever in your life. That being said, I mean, if this is something you were lusting over and you wanted to know if it was actually well performing, I would say yes. I would say yes, it is. And if in that case you want to buy this, then I would say go for it. But if this is something that you were just like, ooh, like, you know, I feel like I need this, but I already have these colors in my collection, I think that's fair. I am gonna do some comparisons because I think this is super similar to the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights. And if you want just these kind of colors, but you want more oomph in the sparkle and you don't really care for the matte formula that's in here, then I think that's a good option for you because it's probably only about like 15 to 20 US dollars. So let me go ahead and show you guys those. Okay, so instantly when I saw this palette, I thought of this palette because if you look at them side by side, let me hold the MAC one so I don't reflect the mirror because, I mean, they're not identical, but in theory, they are quite similar. There's a lot of similar tones, and what I wanted to do was swatch them for you guys side by side so that you could get kind of an idea. So the shades that I think kind of match theirs, let me look at them together. I know the copper, so the copper shade, you know, those two are kind of similar. I will say that the ones in the Flower Beauty are definitely more creamier. Okay, so this one that I'm moving, that's Flower Beauty. This one is MAC. And if I go ahead and swatch them, there's MAC and there is Flower Beauty. I would say those are like pretty bang on. So if you have this palette, you know, and say you wanted it for that one shade, I don't know that you need it. The other shade in here is this one. I think this one translates very similarly to the pink that's in, no, this is a little different. So looking at them here, so this is the MAC, it's got a little more pink to it. This is the Flower Beauty. It's definitely more metallic, but it is definitely more purple. So looking at those side by side, there is MAC and there is Flower Beauty. You can see it's totally purple, completely different. That's like mauve, that's purple. So they are different. And then Velvet Vamp, the one that I used on my inner corner, which is this light shade here. If I grab some of that on my finger, and then the light shade from this, look how flaky this formula from Flower Beauty is. So that's Flower Beauty, and that's MAC, and then swatched next to each other, there's MAC, and there's Flower Beauty. So I would say if you want more bang for your buck, I would go with the Flower Beauty. We're gonna do the green one next. So I feel like it's easy to tell now which is which. So here's MAC and here's the Flower Beauty, but I will say the MAC ones probably perform better wet. And there's that. So those are the four that I would say probably, you know, are very similar. But as a whole, these two palettes, like comparatively, the color story, the theming is there, and then you can just throw in, you know, your matte singles. I will say this is super creamy. I almost kind of regret not picking up the second one, but I just have so much eyeshadow that I didn't feel like I needed the second one because I have those shades in other palettes like my Natasha Denona's and things. So I do really like this if you're looking for an alternative to this without the mattes. And there's another look at that. Let's see if I can give you a close-up. There you go. Like, look, aren't those? It's crazy, hey? Look at the Flower Beauty shades, those are beautiful. Overall, I like it. I'm gonna enjoy this palette. I think I will reach for it this fall quite a bit because it's easy to work with. Do I think you need it? Probably not. I think you can pass. But that's all that I have to say. That being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want like a more thorough review like later down the road, let me know. I can definitely do that for you. I do think this is limited edition because most of these types of collections are. I just don't know how long it'll be in stock for. I'm assuming just until it's like sold out, because MAC usually doesn't sell out until they sell out. So yeah, so that's totally up to you guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down below. It really helps my channel out. Leave me a comment down below if you're interested in this. If you have the Flower Beauty, what are your thoughts? Do you think that they look similar? I want to know what you think. You know, just all the things. Just let me know what your feelings are towards this palette. I did like some of the lipsticks from this collection, but just chose not to pick them up. Anywho, if you haven't yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. You don't have to, there's no pressure, but you know, it's always fun to hang out when we do. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, I hope that you stay safe, you stay healthy, and be kind. Bye.